Ladies and gentlemen, uh, we are here to recap last week's WrestleMania, and we'll even talk a little Dolphins, obviously, but mostly we'll talk about WrestleMania and the aftermath. So when we come back, we'll get into all that fun stuff. What's up, Saul Winters?
My man, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Good, good. I got this for you. When you need wrestling advice, you know what to do.
Better call Saul. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Wrestling, I love professional wrestling. Doesn't matter what organization, whatever. I just love professional wrestling. It's my escape from reality for a couple hours. So yeah.
And one thing about before we get into the intro, one thing I remember when wrestling was at its peak, no, I really didn't pay attention to the NFL offseason.
hmm
You know what I mean? It's like, okay.
Right.
The only team I did pay attention to was the Dolphins. I'd watch the
Of
Dolphins
course.
game, and that's pretty much it.
Of course.
I didn't care
Of
about
course.
any of the other teams. Like I said, one thing about me, like I always said, my sports teams are like my orgasms. I only care about mine. So, and with that
Right.
note, we will be back after these.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
Damn, he didn't even spell my name right. God damn. Listen, this guy, Michael K, he's mad about his draft picks, and he's gonna try to take it out on us. So
be fine. That ain't
you
our
can
fault.
yeah. What's going on, Victor? But go ahead. What you guys think of WrestleMania?
What's going on, man? At the hour first and foremost. What's up, brother? How you doing today?
What's good, man? Listen, I'll tell you one thing. It was better than when it came down here. It was a good show. It was a great. No, it wasn't even good. It was great. It was a great show. I liked a lot of things about it. I like how they're going more realistic. More realism. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about his wrestling. Goddamn.
We're gonna definitely talk about it.
But-
Definitely. I got some shit to say. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Before we do, real quick, just a sidebar. What you just a quick synopsis. What did you think of the Cowboys draft?
It's the Cowboys, man. Listen, like I said on every other panel I'm on with you guys, Cowboys ain't gonna be shit until Jerry Jones is out of there.
True.
I don't care. They could go. Listen, we could have got Tom Brady in his prime and everybody in their prime, and we wouldn't have won. So, because Jerry Jones is at the what Paul Heyman said, at the head of the. I mean, what Roman Reigns at the head of the table.
At the head of the table.
Yep. Because Jerry Jones is right there, I don't care what we have. It's just Jerry being older and I guess senile, and not understanding how it's supposed to go, especially in today's world of football, because we look at what basketball did and how the NBA has changed from, being what it was until now with Curry being the guy shooting all these threes. Now, even big men are shooting threes. So when everybody's shooting threes, and now you look at what type of players teams are going after, you have to be able to shoot the three. So Jerry just won't get with the times, and maybe he might be bringing in the right players and all that, and maybe he might be bringing in the right coach, but he's just not letting the organization be run like it's supposed to be ran, like all the other organizations are. I mean, yeah, we're not the only one not winning championships, but we're the most talked about, and we're the only team that haven't won a conference game since 1996, let alone be in it. After Washington got in last year, we're the only one in the NFC that hasn't been to one. So that should tell something about Jerry. And it's like all these things that's out there, all this negative talk about the Cowboys, and Jerry just won't change his ways. So until he decides to change his ways or step down from the team or whatever, I don't care who we get. We can have the first pick. We can have all the picks. We still won't win.
Yeah. All right. So now that that's done, what? Let's talk about WrestleMania. What you think? What you liked about it? Why was it so great?
Everything. Like it was.
And this is what Vince McMahon's second WrestleMania without being Vince McMahon in it.
Yeah, this is no more Vince. You got no more Vince. Vince's the first WrestleMania was Philly. That was the Vinceless era where Triple H took over everything, and I'm gonna let my man Vic finish because I'm gonna do my thing and say my thing, but I want to let him finish and say what he got to say. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is, like he was saying, this is Vince, second year not being part of it. So, um, but the show runs more freely. It runs like kind of like when NWO first came around. You kind of didn't know what was real, what was storyline, and all that. They give you that, like especially if you saw Monday Night Raw. It's
Hmm.
a lot of more. It's more realism to these characters. It's not just everything is say
Gimmicks.
this, say that. And yeah, it's not gimmicky, even though it wasn't really gimmicky before. It's just more loose now, and it's giving the freedom to a lot of these guys and women to just do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And just everything's like almost on, kind of like on the fly. You could say like everything is just more fluid and just freely let these people be who they are, create something within themselves, and go from there. And just because it's all about the fans, basically, it's all about the fans' response. So if the fans respond to it, you're doing something right. If the fans don't react to it, then you're doing something wrong. They could cheer or boo, but you need a reaction. And so WrestleMania got a big reaction. Um, I loved it. I
Yeah.
don't see anything wrong with it. It was just pretty good to me. I haven't gotten to SmackDown yet, so I know we're gonna talk about it, and it's gonna come up
Oh yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
spoilers and whatever. But that's fine. I'm gonna still watch it anyway.
I'll
Yeah.
say
But
this.
One
I'll
thing real quick
say,
before before you do that, I agree with you about the people don't realize how important engagement is because in my opinion, Dean Malenko, as far as technically sound and in ring performer, was probably one of the greatest to do it. But unfortunately, he had no personality whatsoever, so that's why
right.
he never made it anywhere.
yeah,
Yeah, he just didn't have the mic skills, but he could wrestle. He was like you got those wrestlers like your Dean Malenkos, your Steven Regals. You just had guys like that were technically sound, but just wasn't good on the mic. And it's just sad that you just have personalities or just wrestlers that just can't get over because of that. And back in those days, we all know you could wrestle your ass off, but if you didn't have that mic skills and you couldn't sit there and you know what I mean, all you could do was wrestle, but you couldn't give me, like you said earlier, the gimmicky part, or you couldn't sit there and make me believe that you were somebody else at that moment in time for those 30 seconds that you have to shoot a promo or whatever, you wouldn't get pushed the way you should have gotten pushed. And it's sad because that's when you needed a valet or a manager to come in and help you out. But yeah, I agree with you. Malenko's one of my top 10. He's one of my top 10 favorites of all time. But for me, WrestleMania was good. I enjoyed it. Philly was better. I just think Philly was better because it was just the beginning of the Triple H era. Um, Here's my 2 cents. I really liked every match. That Americano shit, that bullshit with Chad Gable needs to stop. I think it's the most stupidest fucking shit ever. I'm not saying that as just because heel or face. I just think it's a slap to lucha libre and Mexican wrestlers. And I don't know if I'm just getting my feelings or not, but this is just me. This is just my opinion. I think WWE always have slid in a whole bunch of different prejudice and racial shit throughout the Attitude Era, the
mm,
old era, and the current era. And I think that's a whole show by itself. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But that bullshit, and it kind of made me upset because I really wanted to see Rey Mysterio go against him, but Rey Mysterio was hurt. And they had Ray Phoenix go out there. But it pissed me off that Ray Phoenix's WrestleMania debut it's his first time at WrestleMania and he's with a loss. No, you should have put Ray Finks the fuck over. This bullshit with Chad Gable, aka Americano, whatever, is fucking racist. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. It's the most racist bullshit that I've ever seen on current wrestling right now as we speak. And they that's the only sour point for me for WrestleMania. Well that and you didn't have no Rock, and then the Rock goes in, and the Rock and Triple H are not seeing eye to eye on things. So you decide not to show up, but You are a main character of the fucking main event of night 2, which you knew that those 61 or 128,000 fucking people that flew the fuck out of everywhere in the world came down to see you. Now, don't get me wrong. They wanted to see the current roster. They wanted to see the WWE superstars, which they did. But you knew that you're a main character in this John Cena, Cody Rhodes, all this shit. You are the final boss. And I'm not saying that you don't have rights to have other things that you need to do, but you should have owed it to those fans that paid. Some of them paid 30,000 and above for one fucking ticket. And you're telling me that you couldn't sit there and take an hour or whatever to fly in, do something, or you just didn't like the creative control that Triple H had. Like, it's going to be shit that we're never going to know about because we're fans. But, Rock, you sat there and said that this whole thing is a work. Motherfucker, I've been watching wrestling since I was 2. Vic, I know you've been watching wrestling since a young age. Shake, I know you've been watching wrestling since a young age. We are not fucking stupid. We all know this shit is a fucking work, okay? I've been watching wrestling since the age of 2 when the wrestling was on Prism, Spectrum, Philadelphia Wrestling, at the Philadelphia Spectrum, when fucking Andre the Giant and Big John Studd and Ivan Putski and Rocky Johnson was still wrestling. So I don't want to hear that this is a work. Bitch, you knew that you needed to be there. And you knew because you didn't like the creative differences that was going on, you didn't want to show the fuck up. And you're kind of sitting there saying that we're crying about that. Bullshit. You know you're a part of this main angle. This is the main angle that is going on right now in the WWE. And you know you're a part of it. And as you being a corporate guy, you knew that your ass needed to be there too. No disrespect to Travis Scott. I like Travis Scott as a rapper. I hope he makes it as a professional wrestler. But when he came out and helped out John Cena, and it just didn't have that same energy. If The Rock would have came the fuck out there, the fucking roof would have went the fuck off the place if The Rock would have came out and shit like that. But it just did. That was the only 2 sour points for me for WrestleMania. I think it was a good card. I like the fact that Io kept her title. I like the fact that Jacob Fatu finally won the U.S. belt, which Jacob Fatu, they're going to put a rocket. Yo, dude, they're going to put a fucking rocket on that dude's back and shoot him up because he has it. He has it. He has the mic skills. The man is a big man that moves like a fucking cat in the ring. He gives you that energy. He just gives you that. He gives you what the WWE universe gives you in professional wrestling. He has that it factor. And he's going to shoot. He's going to fuck Solo up. I already can see that happening. I didn't watch the rest of SmackDown yet either. I watched when he was in the ring with Solo, and I seen Solo give him a side eye. And Solo was talking about, "I told you that he could do this. I told you," and he took that microphone away from him. He said, "Bruh, nah." He said, "I'm all gas, no brakes," and I love that. That's one of my favorites right now. Mm-hmm. But the show was a good show, Shake, and the show was a good show, Vic. But that was like my only 2 things that I didn't like was The Rock not fucking being there, which he knew his ass should have been the fuck there, and that Amara Kano, that they need to like real shit, like that. Come on, man, like that's some fuck shit. It really is. I'm standing 10 toes down on that shit. Like I see Triple H, I'm like, bro, listen, like I ain't like him. I ain't like when he did that blackface shit 20 fucking years ago. Oh, don't think you ain't gonna bury that shit underneath the rug because you did dress in blackface along with DX and try to mock the nation of domination. We're not gonna sweep that shit underneath the rug. Entertainment or not, racism is racism. And that's exactly what the fuck that was. No, there's no place in wrestling for none of that shit. Entertainment wise, kayfabe wise, or otherwise. Look at Tessa Blanchard. She's still getting backlash.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what was your opinion on The Rock not showing up, Man of the
Hour? I didn't know the backstory of it. Like, I didn't know like there was some, like what he said, creative issues or whatever going on. I just thought, I didn't really think of it. I was more in tune for Cena to win because I'm just sick of this Cody Rhodes crap.
Oh, I'm happy about that.
They gave, so my thing is this. So it took Cody 2 years to get the title.
Right.
to lose it in one.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
That was the
So
plan.
we
That was
sit
the
up here.
plan.
I know that's the plan, but I mean, come on, bro. Like
you
I'm saying you like all this just to get this man the title. Roman held it for 3 years.
know what it was, Vic?
You
What it
didn't
was,
even get you didn't even get a
not to
year and
cut,
a half. You should
My
at
not
least
man
to
said,
cut
lost.
you off. No,
You
go
should
ahead.
at
I'm
least
here.
he should at least lost it at SummerSlam or something like that. But don't lose it like a year after you win the damn
Right.
thing.
Right.
Like let
You,
that shit go a little bit longer. You lose it now. Like so now it's like what happens with you? What are you about to get into now? Are you gonna go make a movie? Are you disappearing for a while? What is the case? Because we seen when Roman lost it last year. Roman was gone for a little bit. So
Right.
now what happens with Cody? What storyline do you throw him up in? Because we just seen what Seth Rollins and all them, you know how they just created a whole new thing right now. And so what happens with
Heel
you?
turn.
Yeah,
Heel
so
turn.
exactly. But then you kind of like you just going down the same path Cena just went to, like right now, like so soon. Like Cena turned, he gets the title. So if you turn, you're not going back after that title. What you gonna go after Jey Uso?
I think it's
Maybe.
gonna.
I mean,
I think it's gonna be more fashion forming than anything in heels now. I would love to see the cross carrying cross right now. That push, I would love to see that.
mhm.
hey, so let me ask you this.
Ooh.
So basically, what I'm understanding with The Rock, he pretty much did what Stone Cold Steve Austin did when he didn't want to lose to Brock Lesnar.
No, it wasn't that. What it
Nah.
was what it is since Triple H is the head of control and he has the last say so on everything. Him and Triple H couldn't come to an agreement, so he decided he wasn't showing the fuck up. That's what he's not saying to the general public. He's not going to say that to the general public. You just got to fill the holes in. That's exactly him going on Pat McAfee the other day. We have a whole interview with Pat McAfee the day after WrestleMania, and a lot of the wrestling fans are pissed off about that. For the simple fact of the matter, you knew, like you knew you had fans. Like I said, you had fans to pay $30,000 for one night. One
Mhm.
night, you buy 2 tickets. That's $120 for a whole weekend for 2 nights of professional wrestling. Ain't no fucking way, not me. But dude, you're telling me you wasn't important. You don't think you was important enough just to sit there and try to come to some type of agreement for the
And, and
fans' sake?
and then you look at the last uh PLE. You was part of that caused John Cena to turn. Every week, John Cena comes out by himself,
Hmm.
says whatever he says every week. He said he was going to take that title from Cody. He took the
Hmm.
title from Cody. But The
Hmm.
Rock, you are the reason why this guy turned heel. You wanted Cody's soul, remember? And then all of a sudden
Absolutely.
you didn't get the soul, but you're also not there to celebrate the guy, I guess, soul you did get. You don't even have,
Yeah,
he's not even there. You're not even there to celebrate with him when he takes the title from Cody.
he
Agreed.
saw the storyline going south. That's the second time he tried to force or narrative storyline, and I guess it didn't work out again. And they're trying to
Mhm.
fix it.
Well, they need to, because you're part of it. Like, had he not been part of it in the beginning, then who fucking cares? But
Fast.
I mean, it's because you missed a lot of WrestleManias anyway. But when you're part of it, like you're at least part, you was there last. What was it, last month? At the chamber,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're part of the damn chamber just to come out and just throat slash your damn neck, and Cena does the rest.
Yeah.
And now we're not here the next week. Hell, even Travis Scott was goddamn there.
Yeah.
So
Does he even wrestle anymore?
who, The Rock?
Yeah.
I believe his last match was last year Mania, in main event one.
Yeah, but was that really a match?
I mean, he wrestled. You just said wrestled.
I don't know, man. I think he's trying to like get the guys in. He's getting everybody their hype, but you know how it is. How Ric Flair was like not trying to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he could. I mean, hell, Rick could do it. We know The Rock can still do it, but it's just The Rock at where he's at in life. The big dog. He's at the top of a lot of things right now. I don't know.
Hey, real quick,
He didn't even have to wrestle. He didn't even have to show up. He could have just interfered, slapped Cody or something. He could have just easily did something.
Agreed.
hey, real quick, I gotta, you know, I always gotta do this for my man when he comes in, my brother from another mother, my co-host for tonight on Insomnia, the one, the only, Crypto the Snake Roberts.
Hey, fellas, I'm ready to give everybody a DDT for this weekend.
Hey, give one to Jerry Jones, bro.
Y'all, I'm giving Jerry Jones a DDT.
Hey, what was the name of the snake? We never.
By the way,
Damien.
Joe Riss says
Damien
good morning
was
to
the
everybody, especially Michael K. Hey, that's good. That's a good sport, man.
You said what?
It was Damien, Cap. Damien was my pet.
Yep.
According to Jesse Ventura, he claims he's wearing Damien.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, that was at the Saturday night's main event that he said. He had a snakeskin. He had a snakeskin vest on, and he said he claimed that was Damien.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I was thinking boots or wallet.
What's good, Lance? Good to
that
see
would be Jesse Venturi, though. That would be something he'll do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was a Navy SEAL, so he'd be carving up folks.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
That's my dog right there, Jesse Ventura.
You know, but Jake the Snake Crypto, don't make me get my Komodo Dragon like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat did years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Ricky the Snake. Yeah.
Exactly. He got his Komodo Dragon.
Komodo Dragon after his ass.
Yeah, exactly. That was
Papa Paul.
wow.
What's up, Papa Paul? What's up, Tom? What's going on, guys? Cat, what's going on, guys? Lance, what's
Hold on, everybody.
What's good?
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
So Tom, now you know it's official.
What?
You're going to Seattle.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
What happened? What's going on, Shake? Who's going to Seattle?
Yeah, I got my tickets to go to Seattle.
That's where you're
August
going.
9th.
Okay, guys.
He's visiting the PNW. I'm even gonna allow myself to have alcoholic drinks when he's here. So
that's what's up.
We definitely turning up.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Tunk's gonna pick you up at the airport.
No, we getting a rent a car.
All right.
I'm gonna still meet him there though, just to surprise him when I get off the airplane.
Okay. Cool.
So what is this? What is this wrestling episode?
Yeah. We do one every 2 weeks. Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
You know what's funny is I figured whatchamacallit was gonna have one. Then I saw Dolphin Winters, hey, join me tonight. I'm like, oh great, well I've got to make the thumbnail then.
What did you guys think about last night?
I didn't finish watching it. I got to still finish watching it, but I did see Aleister Black come back. Aleister Black is back in WWE. I did see that.
What did you guys think of? I didn't watch it, but what did you think of the Randy Orton getting John Cena?
You said Randy Horn.
That was kind of listen. Randy's not going to win that whenever that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think it's just to renew the rivalry. That's all it is, because pretty
this
much
is it.
Yeah, because this is Cena's last year. I kind of figured that Randy Orton was going to get a shot at him one last time before Cena's out the door. So that's all this was. I don't think Randy going to win. At least he may win by disqualification or something. If that's the only way he'll win. He won't win the title though. I don't see it happening. Not against Cena.
He might win by a count out too.
No, but title won't change hands.
I know.
However he wins, he
yeah.
won't win the title. I don't
I'll
see
say
it.
this. I'll say this. I think Cena is doing a beautiful psychological fuck job to the fans. And the reason why I say that, because he said this in an interview at the Pat McAfee interview after WrestleMania. He said, I am here to ruin wrestling. I am going to sit there and tell the fans what they need to hear. Not what they want to hear, what they need to hear. And if you listening to what he's saying, he said, y'all was just sitting there cheering for Cody and now y'all booing Cody. Now I sit there and win the title, and now I got some people saying, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. He said, this is a dysfunctional relationship. And I love it because he's literally playing a mind fuck with the fans. I love it. I really do. I think this is really poetry. I really think this is really it really is. It's beautiful to see him do this shit. I'm like, wow, he really had put some thought into if he ever decided to change heel again. This is the way I want to do it.
Hey, he's channeling. Hey, winners, he's channeling Peacemaker.
Yo, I've never seen. See, that's the thing. I've never seen Peacemaker. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful the way he's breaking this down. And I love it.
I like how he came out. There's no colors. It's just straight black and white, and that's it. Like Dark Cena is it. You know, Bray Wyatt said it years ago. It's in him. And Bray Wyatt told us when Bray Wyatt was trying to push it out of him, and he wouldn't do it. So, but he now, Cena is it. Like, you know, like I said a couple weeks ago, it's like the fans are still chanting the same thing. It's just which fans are saying it. So the fans that love Cena, they're the ones that saying Cena sucks now, and the fans that hated Cena is the one that's saying let's go Cena.
That's me. That's me. I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't do that. I couldn't stand when he was a face. I ain't gonna lie to you. I liked him as a heel, and when he became a super face, I was like, oh god, like no. But then when he came back, like for his spurts here and there, and when he sat there and told Roman, he said, I can do this better part time than you can do this full time. I was like, damn. I was like, damn. He said, yo, wait. He said, come on, this is called a promo. You want to be the big guy. You want to be the big dog. You got to learn how to do it. But he said that shit in the middle of the ring in front of 20 to 30,000 fucking fans. I was like, holy fucking shit.
Remember what he said? Remember what he said? They called me here because you couldn't do your job.
Absolutely.
That sent Roman right to school, right to promo school. Get your ass in that room and learn how to cut these promos, man.
He couldn't cut a promo. That's enough. I'm sorry that I think Roman Reigns is the most overrated superstar in WWE history. I'm sorry. I'm
telling you.
I liked him better when he was with the Shield.
Well, he didn't talk much, so
I'm telling you guys, you need to look at that Karrion Kross promo, bro. That promo, cinematic. I loved it.
I seen it. Yo, he was shooting straight from the hip. That was a shoot. That was not scripted. That was a straight up shoot. He said, how you gonna have me in my hometown and I don't wrestle? He said, oh, you got Logan Paul. I guess I didn't put up enough YouTube videos. Oh, he was going the fuck off. Even when your wife got it, like, yo, chill. No, he's like, fuck it, chill. He was like, he went, yo, real shit. Like, no, that's like Vic said earlier tonight. There's a fine line in between that kayfabe and reality. So now we got to find, as fans, they're breaking down that fourth wall. So now, as fans, you're gonna have to decipher what is real and what is kayfabe, and that's what I'm liking about professional wrestling now. Because now you got too many of these motherfuckers trying to get the script out too soon. So now wrestlers are gonna be like, okay, we're gonna fix you guys. We're going to sit there and do some things in the back that, that you don't know.
Winners 1000% agree with that statement because what you just
Yeah.
said earlier, The Rock right now knows that the fan base is pretty much dictating these storylines and these narratives. Triple H is letting us have our say, and I think there's a push. You know what I'm saying? Like a tug of war going on right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. It's fun. I'm gonna be honest, it's fun to watch. It really is. Like it really is fun to watch to see guys come out and shoot. I like the fact that guys are mentioning other companies and other companies. I like the fact that you see a lot of these guys not only wrestle in the WWE or AEW or whatever, you get to see them on indie shows maybe once in a while. Like so it's this is I'll be honest with you, this is probably the greatest time for professional wrestling. You know, it might be watered down a little bit, but this shit today, this it's a fine line now, and I'm loving it's a fine line now because got too many people trying to give away the script, and then you spoiling the script. Like, dude, don't do that. Like, let it. You know, we're smart. We'll figure it out. But damn, let it play itself out instead of spoiling it. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. You know, you just got a lot of
Yeah.
people out here spoiling it. You know?
Yeah, like the Braun Breaker stuff. I heard about that a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, "Why are you guys doing this? Like, let it play out."
Right, right. Right. And I love that move. I think, Paul Heyman, aka Paul E. Dangerously, this dude has been a G in professional wrestling for over 30 years. And dude, like I am not surprised. This dude, a lot of the stuff that you see in professional wrestling right now, if it wasn't for ECW, you would have not seen
And
WWE, AEW, and a whole bunch of these other professional wrestling organizations do half of the
yeah,
shit that they're doing. They would not. So you got to give Paul Heyman his credit. And I told people, I said, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, I'm like, Becky's joining. Becky's coming. Becky is going to be the female member of that clique or whatever. If he's going to make a Dangerous Alliance 2.0, then I guarantee you Becky Lynch is going to be a part of that too. He's going to have a female in there. And Becky just turned on Lyra the other day. So I can see all that.
By the way, listen. All right, I'm gonna give you 3 wrestling minds, and you put them in order, okay? Jim Ross, Jim Cornette, and Paul Heyman.
Wow.
Paul Heyman, Ross, and Cornette.
I go with
I would
that.
put.
I second that.
I don't know, man. I would put Ross last, and I would put Cornette second.
Ah,
I mean, the fact being that the wise man's not even done yet, and he's done with what he's done so far, like you guys said.
One thing
He has to be
I would
number
give
one.
Ross is, remember Ross is helping out AEW still.
But a lot of your guys that you've watched in your past and present, Jim Ross was the person because he had, if I'm
yeah,
correct, he was the head of talent
NWA, yeah.
when he was there. NWA, then WWF, then to WWE. So he was the one ahead of the talent. So he was the one that told you if you were hired or fired. So him and actually at one point in time, Cornette was backstage towards the talent as well when he was at WWF. When he was there, he had say so as well, and that's why him and Jim Ross used to sit there and butt heads, and Cornette had to get the fuck fired because Cornette didn't like how wrestling was evolving. If you listen to Cornette, which sometimes I can't listen to Cornette because he just gets on my fucking nerves. Um, Things evolve. I
Yeah.
mean, no real shit. No, real shit. Like, gentlemen, I'll be honest with you guys. Things evolve. That's how the world works. Okay, you just have certain individuals, and I'm not saying all, but you have certain individuals that don't want to fucking believe. They want to continue the old school NWA, AW. You cannot think this is a Midnight Express match. You're going to come down and hit somebody over the head with a fucking tennis racket. It's not going to keep. Them days is over. Some days is done. Okay, you're not going to like the new style, and he does. He just does. He doesn't. He doesn't like a lot of this new shit. He doesn't. And if you could listen to his fucking podcast on his YouTube channel, he doesn't like a lot of this shit that's out right now. He doesn't. He
right.
Well,
fucking
you know what's crazy? For somebody who doesn't like it, sure stays in tune to it.
mm,
That's the thing because you
yeah.
stay in tune like a motherfucker just to criticize it.
So
So
let me ask you a
Mm,
question, man. What's your draft? What's your order?
I would go Who you said it was? Ross, Cornette, and who?
Ross, Paul Heyman, and
Oh,
Paul Heyman, whatever his name is, and
I'm going with Heyman, Ross, Cornette.
I was never a big Cornette fan, so I
Listen,
back when I was a kid, I was,
like
but not.
I remember.
I liked Mouth of the South more than I liked Cornette.
Well, what's crazy is a lot of people I heard that Cornette was the one who discovered John Cena.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I don't
He
know.
definitely
My
did.
thing about Cornette is like I remember him with the Racket. I remember him with the Midnight Express, as you mentioned, and I remember
And the scalpel
him.
match. Remember the
And
scalpel match?
exactly, I remember him falling off that scaffold,
The
breaking
thing
both
is,
his
like,
legs.
he reminds me of that kid that you wanted to beat up in school. That irritating motherfucker that just thinks he's all that and just cut, yeah.
I agree. I agree 100% right there for you, Lance. For real. I agree.
Okay, so I have a question, man. Well, I don't really have a question. I just want to say that I think y'all may see it differently, but I didn't really like that Randy Orton match. I didn't like.
Oh, against Joe? Against Joe Hendry?
I didn't.
Dude, that was a fill-in. It was a fill-in, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was guessing. I'm like, yo, Jeff Cobb. They're gonna bring Jeff Cobb in, but I'm like, Jeff Cobb just wrestled in Japan. He just wrestled Tanahashi, which is the president of New Japan, and he's doing his farewell tour right now as we speak. So he just wrestled him in Japan. So I said, nope, it's not Jeff Cobb. So I'm sitting there thinking, oh shit, it might be Nick Aldis. And Nick Aldis might come out of retirement. He might wrestle. So when they said that, because there's a pro and con for me for that, for this. The pro is Joe Hendry got his WrestleMania moment as the TNA World Champion.
Of course.
My con is even though that we know how the business goes, you're making your fucking title look weak. You let this man go out there. It wasn't even a 4 fucking minute match, and you made your world title look weak as fuck by squashing this man in 4 minutes. Come on.
Right.
Yep.
So what show did you think was the best?
1 or 2? Day 1? Were they 2?
1 or 2. Ooh. I'll
Hey,
be
I
honest.
just got back. What
Like,
show we
I
talking
think
about?
the women's match fucking outshined the whole fucking WrestleMania.
You talking about EO? You talking about EO?
Yeah.
EO and Rihanna? Oh yeah, that was a hell of a match.
Yeah, that was a good match. That was a good match.
Like that, they outshined everybody.
I like all 3 women. I really do.
They need to hurry up
It's hard to pick.
They need to hurry up and turn Bianca bad because.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only fucking one. Oh man.
I want my future ex-wife Jade. Everybody knows how I feel about that girl.
So
I love that. I love that.
So I'm thinking like, okay, so if they turn her,
right,
like, then she has to maybe, I guess, be behind the whole Jade thing, and just Naomi just played it and did it for her, or because eventually they ain't turning Jade. So like, how do you sit up there and turn Naomi and Bianca? But they're not gonna be. Crazy? But they're not gonna be cool with each other. They got to somewhat be cool, right? Like if they turn both.
My whole thing is Bianca's better heel than she is a face. So fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how to.
A hell of a heel.
Oh man, dude! Back in her, look her in her NXT
days. Yeah.
But she still ain't taking Jade.
Oh, I fucking love Jade.
Fucking
I love
Jade. But that's the thing. Like they would have to turn. They would have to turn Bianca, and then of course if they match up, they're gonna put Jade over Bianca.
Yeah.
They have.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be the next title holder.
Yeah, because she's cleaned up a lot on her skills.
Yeah.
So she still needs some work. And the thing is, like what I like about Jade is this. Jade is very humble. She's very humble. I watched interviews with her, and she said that she said it in her own words that yeah, I'm still working to be great, but shit for her to be in AEW, which she was green as hell, like literally really green, even during those shows. But I enjoyed Jay, I really did, I really enjoyed her in AEW, even though that she would mess up here and there. It happens. WWE is letting her go to the Performance Center. They sprucing her up. I like the fact that you can see the women. I like the fact that Bianca was probably one of the first ones to reach out to her and say, you know what, I want to work with you, and that's what it was. And like she like, come on, let's do this. So I like the fact that they put her in as a tag team partner first, and now they starting to let her be a singles competitor because now they feel that she's comfortable to be able to be a singles competitor now. But she still needs work. And I don't think you should put a belt on her just yet. I think she gets a belt maybe by the end of the year, maybe beginning of 2026. But I don't think you rush and put a title on her just yet because they want to make sure when they put a title on this person, they can be able to carry it for a while. Like, I'll be honest with you. I love Jade, but I think Chelsea Green is one of the best fucking female workers in the business right now. And I tell people straight up, fuck just the WWE shit. Look up GCW hardcore fucking matches. That woman went in there and was bleeding like a fucking pig during the
Who's that?
GCW.
Who's that?
That's
Who's that white woman in ECW? The big, she's fucking big as hell. She doesn't look that tall, but she looks pretty badass.
You talking about AEW?
Yeah.
You talking about Megan Bain?
Is that her name? I don't.
Yeah, Megan Bain. Yeah, Megan Bain. Yeah, she's
got,
bro. Man, that fake ass Beth Phoenix, man.
Dude, she wrestled in Japan and she fucked shits up in Japan. Trust and believe. She's like she's a fucking problem. Like I went to the AEW show here in Philly, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, she literally was landed on her fucking head when she did a move off the top rope, and she didn't she didn't rotate the way that she was supposed to rotate, and she fell on her fucking head, and she finished that match because we were all like, "Yo, is she gonna get the fuck up?" Because we all saw that, yo, she fucked up. Like Tony Storm is maybe 5'6", 5'7" on a good day. Megan Bain is about 6'2", 6'3", and for the move that Tony did to her, and she didn't fucking overturn it, she still finished that match. Like I got to give somebody credit because we thought she broke her fucking neck. I was like, holy fuck, like because you've seen it clearly. Like yo, she didn't get all the way around. So I mean, Megan Bain nice. She's got some work to do. I really do. She's nice, but
yeah,
she's nice.
I mean, I'm not saying she's all that, but she needs work.
She needs work.
She just needs fine tuning. Like that would for me, that would be cool if fucking Heyman fucking took her.
I'll say this, and this is what I'll say to you guys. I think there's a lot of AEW wrestlers that need to be in WWE. There's some WWE wrestlers that need to be in AEW. And it's just like right now, I'll be honest with you. With a lot of the AEW guys and females that left AEW and went to WWE, I like the fact that they're doing a good thing with Brian Pillman's son and all that. I like the fact they're doing good things with Ricky Starks or Ricky Saints now, and you could see that they're more built for the WWE brand. Like they have it. They do. Especially Pillman's son. Pillman's son is awesome.
Like to me, I'd rather see that girl than fucking Becky Lynch. Like to me, Becky Lynch is kind of like Charlotte Flair. Been there, done that. Okay, I'm over it.
Hey, no, but real talk. One of my favorite things back in the day when I used to watch, back in the day when I was watching wrestling, one of my favorite things to do is see when like we're watching, let's say we're watching Monday Night Raw. And all of a sudden, we see a WCW wrestler come into the making his debut. I'm like, what the fuck? What? He's here now, or vice versa. You out of nowhere, you see a WWF wrestler walking in there. So it's like it was one of my favorite things to do is when I used to see wrestlers go back and forth between promotions.
You remember the night, Shake? You remember the night that Rick Rude was on Raw and WCW at the same night?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that. I was like, wait a minute. He said, somebody's lying and somebody is telling the truth. And I was like, holy shit. I said, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this man is on WWE TV and then he's on WCW TV. I'm like, how is that fucking possible that he's at two places at once? He said, somebody's lying and somebody's telling the truth. And I was like, holy shit, because this is where WWF was taping their Raws. And that's when WCW was live. WCW was live. They were live all majority of the time. I was like, wow.
Yeah, remember when Medusa signed her own death warrant by throwing the WWF women's in the trash?
Oh, man. Yeah.
You think they're going to make a match between Gunther and Pat McAfee?
Yep.
They should. They should. Why not?
I mean, Pat McAfee's going to get his ass whooped, but I'm just saying.
Of course. I mean, Gunther's going to make him look good. Gunther's going to make him look good.
Yeah, he'll make him look good. Yeah.
But Gunther's going over. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I like Jey Uso. I like Jey Uso a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't like how they finished that match. I just didn't. Because they made Gunther look weak. They made him look weak. Now, don't get me wrong. You beat my brother up, and you got my brother bleeding like a pig. Yeah, I'm going to fuck shit up. Yes, I'm with that whole way that they set it up. I loved it. But it just made... Nah, bruh. Nah.
The storyline was better than the match.
Yes. Agreed. 100%. Like, I'm happy for Jay. I think Jay is deserving. I think he worked his ass off to be a world champion, and I'm happy that he's a world champion. You know, it's just the fact that I'm like, y'all made Gunther look weak as fuck. And I don't think his title push, I don't think when he had his reign wasn't good. It just, I don't know if it was a mixture of both.
Hey,
I don't know, but yeah, his run
he came a long way. He's
come a very
long way.
Shit, like, let's think about this. When Vince was there, Vince was fucking with him. Vince was fucking with him heavy, and I don't mean fucking with him in a good way. He was fucking with him because of his weight. He didn't like Gunther. He didn't like Gunther at all. Gunther's a Triple H guy. Gunther was never a Vince guy, but they brought him up. And Vince used to fuck with him. You got to lose weight. You got to do this. You got to do that. And he finally did it all. He finally did it, and he sat there and finally got not only the IC title put on him, but the world title put on him. So yeah, he's come very long. I would not want to take a chop. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'll take chops. I'll take a chop from anybody else. I'm not taking a chop from him.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
You're gonna take a chop from the Irish guy?
I'll take a chop from the Irish guy before I take a chop from fucking Gunther.
Yeah, bro. No, I'm happy for him, bro. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for
between him and Andre the Giant.
Vega got the women's U.S. title now.
I ain't trying to die, man.
Planted 6 feet on the ground.
His hand to be through my chest. Be like, right? Yo, come on, Jesus Christ, bro.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Winters. Would you rather take a chop from Andre the Giant or a bonsai drop?
I'll take anything.
Jesus Christ.
I'll take anything other than fucking... that dude, man.
Do you want to die slowly or do you want to die quickly? Which one do you want to do?
Right? You can wrap his hand around your head like if it was a grapefruit, man.
Dude, his fucking hands, like, it was crazy. Andre was just a freak of nature, man. Like, the dude would drink 128 beers. What the fuck, man? Are you serious? Like,
you said 128 beers.
128 beers. Yes.
Bro, the cans were like baby cans, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
That's still that's still a lot. Even if it was 1 ounce, it's still 128 ounces.
I heard they got him a keg one time, and it still wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough, exactly. Yeah, I heard that story too. Like, the dude could drink. He could, you talking about drinking? Good Lord. Yeah. Here's a funny story for you. He was doing a stint in Japan, and he literally showed up for the match. He was fucked up. Showed up to the match, drunk as hell. But it wasn't shit that they could do with him. He just was. He went out there. He did what he was supposed to do, but he was drunk. But he still performed. You know what I mean?
That reminds me of the story where he had beef with Kamala, and Kamala was like, I ain't gonna fight your ass. He put out a revolver. He's like, oh, hold on, big.
That is fact. That is fact. Yo, I'm not fighting you, dude. I'm with Kamala. I'm not fighting you, dude. Like, Dude, are you serious? Hell no. Mm-mm.
Scott Jackson, what's going on, my brother? I would you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, all right, let me ask you this: do you think? Because I think it would probably be boring. It would be like Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, Andre the Giant versus the Big Show. Would you think that would be an interesting match, or would it be just like Brock Lesnar when he took on Goldberg?
What are you talking about? Would be what match are you talking? You saying who
Andre the
against
Giant
who?
versus the Big Show. If they was to wrestle.
Well,
Mm,
Andre was more I mean, not Andre. Big Show was more athletic than Andre.
Right. That's what
absolutely.
I'm about to say. Size versus agility. Well, that's the age
Mhm.
question. Either both of them got size, but one has a little bit more agility. So
Mhm.
who wins size versus agility, or size
I don't
and
know.
agility?
I don't think Captain Insano can keep up with
Yeah.
Andre. Man.
I'll say this: you give me the young Andre that I seen. You give me the young Andre that I seen wrestle in All Japan Pro Wrestling. Well, Hulk Hogan,
Where he
way
did the
back in the
drop
day
kick.
in the early '80s. Yeah, when he was when Hogan was literally doing the axe handle as his finisher. It wasn't the leg drop. He wasn't even doing the leg drop yet. He was using the axe handle as his finisher. And then Andre was running like a fucking cat. Like he was like
Mhm.
running like a fucking cat in the 80, 81. Like this kid, you looking like this is the same Andre the Giant that barely could move. No, this is Andre the Giant that this dude. I wouldn't want nobody that big chasing after me. Ain't no
No, I
fucking way. You
wouldn't
got a
either.
By the way,
7-foot
man,
man.
hey,
Shit.
this is a good
You heard
question.
the
Anybody been
stories?
to WrestleMania?
That's a good question. I would like to go to one. I had a chance to go last year when it was in Philly. I blew that
Mhm.
opportunity, but I'm gonna have to check out the Vegas ones or the next ones.
That's a bucket list for real. Yeah, I gotta put that on
Yeah,
my
Hey,
bucket
listen,
list.
yeah, me too.
me and my homeboy man of the hour, we went to one. They tried to, hey, you mind giving up your seat? I'm like, fuck you, I'm not giving up my seat. Me and my homeboy been waiting
give,
our whole lives for this, and
give up your seat.
yeah, because I
Shit.
forgot something happened with tickets. You mind sitting somewhere else? I'm like, yes, I do mind sitting somewhere else. No, if it would have been like a regular show, whatever, I would have done it. But this was WrestleMania. But yeah, man, listen, you talking about The Rock not showing up to WrestleMania?
Right.
Listen, the Rock. This was The Rock's main event. You would think the his hometown, because he says whenever he comes out, he says from Miami, Florida. You would think in his home fucking town he would want to WrestleMania to show up, but no, he gave us a bunch of bullshit and fuck him for that too.
Right.
I went to the Rock versus Stone Cold. What was that? 99. Yeah, Philly. 99 at the first Union Center. It wasn't even the Wells Fargo yet. It was the first Union Center. And it was The Rock versus Stone Cold was the main event. That's when they had the Brawl for All. And the final for the Brawl for All was what the fuck was that dude's name? I forgot what the dude's name, but he went against Butterbean. And Butterbean cleaned his fucking clock in the second round. Gunn.
Oh, when
Bart
they had the
Gunn.
boxing
Bart
match.
Gunn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh,
Bart Gunn.
I
It was
agree with
Bart Gunn.
Josh.
Yeah.
I think
Bart
the
Gunn.
last show I went to was during the NWO era.
Oh.
No, but make no
Yeah.
mistake. I tell you what, if it goes back to the Hard Rock Stadium, I don't care how shitty it was. I'm getting. Hey Joe, I'm getting those tickets. I don't care if I got to carry your ass to the damn stadium. We finna go.
And I'm probably gonna fly down there, Shake. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Shit.
Yeah, that's an event. Yeah, definitely a bucket list item. Yeah. What we at WrestleMania 40 something now? What the hell
This
we
was
at?
41, 42.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
41. So we're going to
41. Yeah, I
42
thought we was in the
next year is
40s.
42.
Yeah, we had to be
Yeah.
in the 40s. So WrestleMania 3 was in the mid 80s. So yeah, we had to
Dude,
figure
I've
40
been
years.
alive
Yeah.
for every single WrestleMania. I feel old as a motherfucker, man. This is
I
So
know.
shit.
so next year,
Because the classic
so
WrestleMania 3, remember when Steamboat got his throat crushed by the bell?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
So
classic
next
one.
year, is in New Orleans, and the year after is in Nashville.
Okay.
So that's how it is for the next 2
Well,
years.
ooh, New Orleans? Mm.
Yeah, New Orleans next year and Nashville in 27.
I was just glad to see CM Punk not win.
Yeah, me too.
I can't stand seeing it. He's a little whiny ass bitch. I'm waiting for him to start whining already.
You know what's
Oh,
funny
he's
is
coming.
I see a lot of Aaron Rodgers and CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, look wise and all.
Great comparison. No, great comparison. You ain't never lied. Great comparison.
I'm glad he stopped talking about his damn dog. And then the
Talk
crowd
about
chants.
Larry.
Yeah, then the
Larry.
stupid crowd chants the dog name. Stop it, man. Stop it. It's a Larry. Stop that. Come on, man. AJ Lee, okay. I gotta let you slide with that.
Right.
But goddamn, the dog don't know what the hell going on.
I think the funniest shit that I heard last night was Randy Orton told fucking John Cena to go have some kids.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I felt the fuck out. He said, dude, go have some kids, man. I was like cracking the fuck up. I was like, God damn. I
Like you
said,
were with Bella.
yo.
You were with Bella and you still didn't have kids.
Yeah.
Make sense of that.
He ain't want him. He was too
He ain't
busy.
want 'em.
He was too
Yeah, I
married
know.
to his work.
Yeah.
Because he even said he said he wanted a dog and he wouldn't even get a dog because he wouldn't be there to take care of it. So it was the point of getting a dog. So I've heard him say he wanted a dog, but he won't get one because of his
won't be able to tend to him.
Yep, because his love for
Yeah.
what he does, for his love
Yeah.
for being out
I
there
mean, I
doing what
won't
he
have
do.
I don't want pets. Just
Yeah.
other than it would be a pain in
I
the
want to
ass
wait
in the
till I
truck.
got time to
But
dedicate to him. That's true.
like, I don't
I
want
mean,
my
if I
yeah.
can
I mean,
really
because when I
tend to
go
him,
home, I don't want to attend to my dog. If I want to go somewhere, I got to find somebody. F all that.
But you know what? Cena doesn't however we see him on TV is how we see him on TV. But he does look like I seen a little bit of that like clips of the whatever the shit was with the Bella Twins show and whatever. And he seems a little like
Not
demanding.
feeling
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
He's too full of himself, I guess. Like he needs
Not
things
feeling
to
it.
be a certain way. It has to be this way only.
Yeah.
So yeah, he couldn't have kids because he'll get mad the way you got shit in the fridge or something.
I
Well,
mean,
according to
shit.
him, he was taking care of all our kids.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that. I've been taking care of y'all kids. That's why I don't have no kids. I was like, holy shit. He said, yeah, to the man. He said, yeah. He cussed the man. I really wish they put the camera on the fucking fan and his kid. He said, look, your kid's flipping me off. He said, this is what I'm talking about. He said, this is a dysfunctional relationship. He said, don't look at me like you want to do something. I was like, holy fucking shit. Fucking Randy Orton's trying not to laugh. And that was the part I was cracking up about because Randy's in the fucking ring. He's trying not to laugh because he want to laugh so fucking bad.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, I'm sitting there cracking the fuck up. I'm like, yo, this shit is comical. But I like this though. I like this version of Cena. I really fucking do. I like this. I don't give a fuck how any of you fucking feel. This is how I'm doing shit. I don't care how. He said, I'm taking a title that Bruno San Martino, Stone Cold, this person, that person. He said, y'all want to start from day one. He said, this title is coming home with me once I'm done. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, I wonder how to, yeah.
I feel like when he says he's taking the title, they kind of mixed in a little bit of what CM Punk said he was going to do years ago when he faced Cena. When he said he was going to leave with the title and stuff like that. Because remember, after he had a contract thing or whatever, it was something with his contract, and he wasn't. By the time he wins the title, he was not going to be under contract no more.
Right.
Actually, there was a few.
He was going to take it.
There was a few wrestlers that said they were going to do that.
Yeah, but they
do a Bret Hart.
The Bret Hart, yeah, they never. That's when the screw job happened.
Because Bret had complete control of his angles. He had complete control of storylines. He had complete control of all of it. And it was in his contract. And Vince was like, I am not trying to have my title go on to the competitor, which I respect. I respect that part of Vince. But Vince, you could have figured out some way, shape, or form a better way than what the fuck you did. Like I understand you ain't want. I know Brett ain't want to drop. I know he didn't want to lose to Sean because they didn't really fuck with each other like that. But damn it, Vince, you ain't have to screw that in his country. In his country, I'm like, wow. I'm like, you screwed this man like that. I was like, wow. Then he punched the shit out of him in the locker room. I was
Let
like,
me
wow.
let me ask y'all, since Bret Hart was brought up, how do y'all feel about that moment for the Hall of Fame? The what him and Stone Cold got.
He don't fuck with
That,
Triple H. He don't fuck
huh?
with Triple H at all. He does not have a good relationship with Triple H. And if you know wrestling, him and Triple H don't fuck with each other at all. They don't fuck. He don't fuck with
Right.
Triple H at all.
But I'm saying, how do you feel about like the match being inducted into the Hall of Fame? Like, because I just feel like that's a wasted spot for a wrestler.
Agreed.
Y'all could have easily put
Agreed.
in a wrestler. You put a match with two guys who's both in the Hall of Fame already. So now Stone Cold gonna have 2 rings. Brett, as he
Mm,
said at the Hall of Fame, he's the first person with 3 rings now.
3 rings.
Who does that? How you get 3 Hall of Fame rings, bro?
I think it's
Nope.
lazy shit. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I
Why?
think
Why would they do that?
they should have inducted China in singly. Stop. Don't induct her.
Exactly.
Don't just induct her in with DX. No, you should have been inducted her as single. She's the first female to ever hold a men's championship in the WWF. She was the
Right.
first female to hold the Intercontinental title as a
Hmm.
female. Dude, how does she not in the Hall of Fame by herself? That
Yeah.
boggles me. But we
I mean,
know,
she knocked
we
out
know,
Mark Henry from the
yeah,
Royal Rumble.
Oh,
right,
Mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's the first female to be in a men's rumble, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. How is she not in the Hall of Fame? But you got, and no disrespect, that was a great match, and I do remember that match. But you're right. You get introduced or introduced to other people instead of having a match. Yeah, I think that's lazy shit. That's
And
just me
then
personally.
you used her not only to as the first female to get the IC title, but she
Mhm.
beat Jeff Jarrett for it. So
Yes.
you used her to get rid of a dude y'all was at odds with. So
Hmm.
because after she took that, Jeff Jarrett was no longer on WWE TV. He
Not at
went
all. Vince fired him. Vince fired him.
he went to TNA.
Yep.
That's when
Right.
TNA came around. That's when they got invented
That was his
later.
punishment for
Yeah.
Oh,
leaving.
wait a minute,
So
wait a minute. Let's rewind this. Vince fired him on live fucking television. People don't
yes.
remember that part.
Yep.
He got fired on live TV, and we thought it was a work. It wasn't no fucking work. He fired that man. We was like, oh, he fired. He'll be back next week. And you're right. We never saw him again after that.
Yep. Yep. What
I
the
was
last
like,
time we saw him on television was what, Hall of Fame?
on WWE television, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the last time we seen him.
yeah.
But look at the gap from being
Mm,
fired to Hall of Fame. Like now
mm.
they want to okay, so that's another thing. They put him in the Hall of Fame, but we still don't get China.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
That's
But we
crazy.
know why. But we know why.
Yeah, we know
That's
the
a
real.
whole nother. Yeah, we know the whole real reason. That's a whole nother. We
Yeah,
could
Like
be in
if
fucking
you've
from
paid any
4 o'clock
attention to
talking about it.
wrestling for years, you know
but
why.
okay, but yeah, but it's not just
Mm,
but not just her. I'm just saying like it could have been anybody that take that spot for that match, that moment with that Stone Cold and Bret Hart got inducted.
agreed. Agreed.
Like how we
100%.
not sitting up there? How we overlooking a lot of these? Because it's like this. I promise you, next year, whoever the first person they announced that's going in the Hall of Fame, you mean to tell me you couldn't have put them in this year?
Hmm.
The first person you announce whenever you start announcing in January or something like that, you mean to tell me that person couldn't have got inducted last year? Instead, we get these stupid matches, and you see they replaced the Warrior thing.
Yeah, I seen
Like to
that.
me,
What was up with that?
Warrior, like to me, is the most overrated fucking wrestler of all time. At least one of.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the as
The
far
boy
as the
man didn't
award,
do much.
no, I'm saying, but they still made it
Put him
seem like
in.
it was something. The hell
Yeah.
with the man. I'm just talking about what the award was supposed to be and what it was
Right.
for the people that did get it over the past few years. It meant something to them because they, that shit didn't get made until after he passed. So
No, but Lance, no, wait, Vic, here we go. When he was alive, there was a DVD that came out. Was the DVD was called "The Rise and the Fall of the Ultimate Warrior," and that man was still alive when that shit came out, and it was bad. Of all the shit that me, Gene, yeah, Gene Okerlund, and a whole bunch of different wrestlers was talking bad shit about Ultimate Warrior. But then I'm thinking, oh, why did he pick him on Warrior? Then
Yeah.
the story came out about what he did to the kid at the airport, and he turned the
Yeah.
kid down for an autograph, and then Vince got wind of that shit. And he's like, we're not doing that. You're not going to have my business and have me look fucked
Well,
up. So you're going to
well,
send an
that.
apology.
Yeah, it's that, and and nobody wanted to wrestle with him. They were forced to wrestle with him because
Stiff.
it was like a 10-minute match, if that.
He was gasping 4. He was
Because he
gasping
was
3.
because the guy would run, he would run to the ring and he'll be out of breath by the time he gets there.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What was his
Remember Andre the Giant said back, and they said Andre the Giant had a match with him. And he told him to take it easy. He didn't want to listen. He said,
Oh, and
take
he
it easy. He
leveled
still
him.
didn't want to listen. And he fucking leveled him. Yeah, like, dude, like, I'm not, listen, every move is not supposed to be put on impact. And people got to
Yeah.
understand how moves are put on. You're supposed to make it look like you're getting hurt. You're not supposed to be fucking me up for real. When you start fucking me up for real, we got a fucking problem. And
Well,
that's what
Yeah. And
happened.
he's the last
and,
one to do that too.
and that reminds me of Brock Lesnar tried to power bomb Hardcore Holly. Hardcore Holly didn't want to help, so Brock Lesnar threw him on his head. He's like, "Fuck it, fine."
Yeah, fuck it, fine. You want to be stiff? Fine, I got you. Loud. What you gonna say to me? We're gonna fight in the back?
Yeah.
Remember when Braun
there's
Strowman?
just some guys you want to fuck with like that. You know what I mean?
Remember when Brock had to humble Braun Strowman real quick when
You
Strowman
ain't
was
never
getting out of
lied on that.
control,
Yeah.
and Brock hit him with them UFC moves real quick.
Did you see that interview with Braun Strowman?
He got humbled real quick.
He was like, he fucked me up.
Yo, what did he say, Lance? What did he say? He said, I don't know what I was thinking about, but once I got hit, he said, yeah.
Like I said, there's just some people you don't fuck with like that.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know what I was thinking. He thought Brock Lesnar was some bitch or something. He said Brock was like, "Who the fuck on?" Whack. He was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, and you know what's funny is Brock Lesnar thought the same thing about Kurt Angle. He saw this little short dude, and Kurt Angle humbled him too with some wrestling moves. He brought his ass down real fast. He's like, "Holy shit, I didn't know you could do that."
Mm-hmm. They have a lot of respect for each other. They have a lot of respect. The piggyback on that shake. Brock and Kurt has a lot of respect for each other. After they had, he said, "I have to take you," and Brock was like, "Word." And you got to think, you got an Olympian gold medalist, and then Brock. If I'm correct, Brock went to the Olympics too. I'm not sure if he did or didn't, but he was an
NCAA champion.
He was a three-time All-American world champion. I think he only lost 1 or 2 matches for Minnesota, if I'm correct. If that, like, what the fuck? Like, that's freaking nature type shit. That really is. Like, Greco-Roman wrestling is no joke. But to see them two go at it in the ring, they like I said, they have the utmost respect for each other. I wish they would release the tape of when they wrestled in the back, when it was just the wrestlers back there. Which I've heard stories of it, but they never released the tapes of it. They said they got that shit in for like 20, 30 minutes. And they said that was a hell of a match. And I was like, damn, I said, y'all need to release that shit because I want to see that. So, It was funny. One thing about Kurt Angle, he said he was thankful the fans stopped calling him Perk Angel because he was doing all those pills back in the day.
Oh man,
You know,
the man broke his neck 1,000 times and shit. That's why he looks like now he got a permanent neck brace on. He can't turn. He can't turn his head. He got to turn his body.
yeah, that's sad.
That neck is gone.
hmm But I just think right now, fellas, I think right now the direction, it's a lot of good storylines right now in WWE. It's a lot of good storylines right now in AEW. AEW has picked up the pace. I think the
Yep.
AEW shows before WrestleMania was probably two of the best Dynamite and Collision shows I've seen in months. I was
Well,
jealous because I said, shit, I think the shows in Boston was better than the fucking show that I seen in Philly a week or 2 weeks ago. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this show was way better than the fucking pay-per-view I went to. You know what I mean? But hey, look, it happens.
hey man, I know y'all saw it. Stone Cold can't drive.
He was drunk. He was drunk. That's what was right. He was drunk.
He was drunk.
He was drunk. And when he sat there and went around that corner and he hit that barricade and that lady went flying, I said, she about to get paid. She about to get paid. She about to be the green shirt guy that gets the front row seats at every damn PLE for WWE. That's exactly what she gonna be. She gonna be she gonna be sitting right next to him because they showed an incident back in the day where CM Punk attacked that same dude. And you notice that dude is at every PLE in the front row.
Who I think what the name of Brock Lesnar guy? I think that's his name.
I don't know what that dude name is, but he's the green shirt guy. The same dude. He's been at every PLE for WWE since 2012.
Yeah, he sits right in the front.
I was like, wow.
I
Stone Cold hit somebody?
Yeah, you didn't see.
I didn't hear about this.
Oh shit! Go on the internet. All you gotta do is go on YouTube and you pull it right up.
He put Stone Cold crash or something like that.
He was drunk as shit. But wait, let's rewind because they showed videos from like people doing cell phone videos. The crew had to help him move all the way back so he can get on the ramp. That was number one because that was number one. I said, yeah, he lit it. So then he on the ramp doing his thing. He going around the ring, Lance. He going around the ring. He comes about. He goes past the announce tables. He makes this turn, bro. Boom! And you just see this woman flying backwards. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah, he was going too fast trying to turn that corner.
Nice.
I don't mean to laugh because it's not funny, but it was kind of funny because I was like, holy shit. Yo, then all of a sudden they seen him pop the fuck off and in the ring.
Hey, at least he went and checked on her after.
He did, but he knew he fucked up. He's like, yo, bro, you gonna be giving up some of that bear stock that you sat there and got because you hit that lady hard as shit.
Hey, you see who was over there when Stone Cold went to go check on her?
Nick Khan.
Hey, I have nothing to do with this. I have nothing to do with it. Do not come after me.
I'm sitting there like, because me and my friends are watching it on the TV, and all of a sudden we like, boom. We're like, oh shit. I said, that wasn't supposed to happen. I said, that lady about to get paid. I was like,
damn.
I don't recall.
That was almost like when we went to a truck pull there at the Orange Bowl way back when. And it was like the first helicopter jet that they put into a truck. And the guy flew and he couldn't stop and he went all the way up to like almost to the top of the stadium and I think he hit like 4 people. None of them died, but they were fucked up. You know what I mean?
Damn.
That was back in I would say the mid 80s.
Oh shit! What, some Evil Knievel type shit?
Damn, Evil Knievel.
Nah, it was just it was a big ramp, And because the state, I mean, think about it: a helicopter jet engine and a fucking car.
Right.
When he flew,
Oh my God.
by the time he landed, he did not have enough time to hit the brakes to make it stop. And they had no barriers. They had nothing, and they did after, but yeah,
Just a little too late now. Like
they didn't know what. I mean, it was probably the first time ever that it was seen. So they're like, "Well, we ain't doing this again."
Next time we'll have some barriers around. It's a little too late for that shit, don't you think?
Something.
Next year they should let Stone Cold come on a bicycle.
No, you walk your ass down to the ring next year. You not driving shit.
Man,
Fuck
that
you.
ramp too
That's
long
all.
for his. That ramp too long for his old ass, man. He ain't walking
Hey,
down that
look,
long ass WrestleMania ramp.
you better get one of them fucking golf carts that drive the motherfuckers back all the way to their locker rooms like they do the football players and that shit. That's what the fuck you gonna do. You gonna drive that motherfucker out there? Yeah, you ain't driving nothing else, bro. No. Fuck no. Mm-mm. Or you can't have a beer until you in the ring. That's when you gotta have a beer, and then yeah, because you
I
not no.
heard. I heard
Go ahead.
a fan got hit by a golf cart that Dom was in.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They was on the
Somewhere
way. Yeah,
backstage. Yeah, it was somewhere
they was on their
backstage.
way back. Yeah, they did. They did.
Man
Like
got hit. Get your
clear as
ass out
day.
the way, man. What are you
Get
doing?
your ass out the fucking way. Yeah, I think the fan was trying to take a picture or some shit. That's what it was. And the dude was
Exactly.
like, "Yo,
Get out the way. Like, stop
get the
it.
fuck out the way, bro. Like, listen, man. Like,
Move, bitch.
move it. There you go. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Like, so what we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Why you back here? The whole show over there, and you back here. What are you doing?
Oh man.
How'd you get back here?
How'd you get back here?
Man, you get what you got, bro.
Oh, shucks.
That's crazy. Like, hey man, but I like that though. That Dom got that. What do you think? They gonna turn him good?
I think Finn Balor's gonna turn. I think Finn Balor's gonna turn on the Judgment Day.
So what does that mean? Like, do the whole Judgment Day turn good? I doubt it, right?
No. Dom is the new leader. Since Dom is the champ, Dom runs shit. I don't think you don't have Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor leaves because Finn Balor's going to be jealous because you could see last week when JD McDonough came back. It was his first time back ever since the injury that he sustained.
Yeah.
He came back and you see Finn looking like, what the fuck is really going on? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like he's got that look like I'm not being filled in about shit. Like what's really going on? So don't be surprised. Either Finn Balor's going to turn or Dom and them going to jump him and they're gonna just kick him out.
But you know what I thought was going to happen? I thought they were going to evolution Dom, how they did Randy Orton.
Yeah,
that's what I thought when he was doing all this celebration in the ring. And if it wasn't going to happen at Mania, I really expected it on Monday, where they all were going to be in the ring, and I thought they were going to celebrate them for the moment and turn on them. That's what I thought was going to happen. But they put him in the match.
Happen.
They put it can still happen.
Yeah.
Because then what happens? Because I heard they were trying to move. I think they were going to move Liv to be with Finn. They're a real life couple. So I heard that she was supposed to move on from Dom to Finn, storyline wise, also. So if that happens, then yeah, they're gonna turn on him.
Well, I'm like this. I got nothing but respect for Finn Balor. That's my man. I've been following him since Bullet Club. So, and that's the first time Prince Devitt. It was before Finn Balor. It was Prince Devitt, and I was like, this dude is a fucking problem. Like, yo, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And he was fucking shit up, and he was the leader of the Bullet Club. And then he became into WWE. I followed him more. I would love to see Finn. I would like to see Finn, see what Finn do, and if they could bring the character back too, because they didn't have his character. They've been shelving his alter ego. What's the name of his alter ego when he turns into the monster? What is that? What is the name of that character? Because they shelved that.
It wasn't called a demon? No.
The demon. Yeah, when he turns into the demon. Yeah, so like they shelved that, but I like when he goes into that alter ego. So I wouldn't be surprised either one or two things happen. Either like you just said, how they did Randy in Evolution. They can sit there and do the same thing like that to Dom, or or they'll do the thing to Finn, and Finn might have to go out and he'll come back as the demon, and he might rest the Finn Balor persona for a little bit. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I like a lot of these storylines going on. I like the fact that Braun Breaker's with Paul Heyman right now because that's huge. Because I see Paul Heyman trying to go after all the belts. He's not just going to go after. He's not going to just try to deal with Cena and all that. He's trying to get all the belts. He's going to try to get the undisputed belt. He's going to try to get the belt from Jey Uso. He's going to try to get the women's title because I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of weeks Becky Lynch is part of that click also with Heyman, Seth Rollins, and Braun Breaker. But who you guys think would be the third guy? Because there's going to be one more guy.
Drew McIntyre.
I never thought of that. I never thought of that.
Could be. Or Damian Priest.
You know what? Speaking of Damian Priest, I know I had something to say about him. I didn't like that match. It seemed one-sided. Damian Priest just seemed like he just got his ass kicked the whole match.
Right.
And I mean, for a guy that cashed in his Money in the Bank last year, become champion at last year's Mania, and believe the Judgment Day, go on his own, and then you take the title off of him, and he hasn't been the same since he basically broke up with the Judgment Day. Like, it's like he was better with the Judgment Day.
Thinking about it, if you watched the interview after the Russell last week, Logan Paul. Logan Paul. He spoke of him highly.
Really?
Paul Heyman spoke of him very highly.
So he might be that next guy.
That'll be cool. But I don't know. I think he can hold his own. But hey, we never know. I mean, Seth could hold his own too, but he still aligned himself with it. So
love him or hate him, and I know a lot of people don't like the Paul brothers. Love him or hate him, Logan Paul has come a long fucking ways.
Bro,
and even in the match that he had when he did that moonsault across the fucking ring, and that fucking moonsault was a far ass moonsault. I said, holy fucking shit! Like, this kid can work. He's a really good worker.
Like I didn't like him as a boxer because he's not a boxer to me.
Right.
Just like his brother's not a boxer to me.
Right.
But as a WWE,
they wasn't
you gotta
really
give him credit, man.
You're breaking up. But the thing is, I think about with the Paul brothers, it's not about whether they were being good or bad boxers or whatever. One, they have personalities, and two, I think it's just they were showing the way to change the game of boxing. Like, you don't need these promoters and all this other crap trying to, dictate fights or put you in these fight positions and whatever. I think they just showed you that you can take control of your own career, you and your team. You don't really need the promoter to be in the way of things, because that's why if you look at how boxing was, like we didn't get a lot of fights, or some of the fights was too late, like the Tyson Holyfield, look when that happened, like it should have happened way sooner than it did. And and the promoters playing their roles, doing what they're doing and whatever. So when you take the promoter out of the game, you can get these fights. Listen, you want to fight me? I want to fight you. Let's do it. 3 months from now, we train and we get the fight going. It's simple. And that's what they've done. They showed now that you don't really need promoters and whatever, because like you said, they're not that really great at it, but they're doing it because it basically changing the game.
I
The
can't
way
be mad at that.
is the
I can't be
way.
mad at that because the box. You're right, because the boxing because of the bullshit for boxing and the organizations and all that. I'm sorry. I would love to be world champion, but why do I got to pay $200,000 to you to hold your belt? Think about
Right.
that for a second. I'm
Yeah.
not paying nothing to hold your fucking belt. I win a title and I got to pay you $100 to $200,000 to hold your belt? No, no, that's extortion. Like, ain't no fucking way. I don't want that. I don't want to be champ. I'll have the belt, but somebody else will hold it. I don't want it. Like, nah.
I just never thought they boxed anybody worth of,
Well, they
a
boxed
good
old
contender.
people. They boxed guys they really had a
Right.
chance to beat. Like they knew they could use their speed and their youth against whatever they get in the ring with. They go
Right.
against non-boxers, like you were going against former basketball players and
Right. I
shit
mean,
like
who
that. Like,
cares?
come on, bro. Like that's not real boxing.
Yeah, Nate
Right.
Robinson is not a real boxer. Yes, we
Exactly.
definitely know that.
And then they fight against these MMA fighters, and I'm just like, obviously you're going to win because you're a boxer. The MMA fighters are not boxers. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Let that dude take you to the ground and let's see what happens now.
Let's see what
Well,
I always said that. I was like, go to MMA and fight in their cage. Let's see how long you last.
Yeah, look at when Kimbo Slice he didn't win too many he won a few UFC fights, but when he went to straight boxing he was undefeated. When he was
So
throwing hands, Kimbo Slice was unstoppable. But
that's where he should have started. That's where he should have
and as a
been
matter of
known.
fact, that when he was in the UFC, that fight, the show UFC, that dude built a big country Nelson, only beat him because Kimbo couldn't get his fat ass off of him. You know what I'm
he
saying?
smothered him. He smothered him.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They knew that because they knew Kimbo was a big popular guy coming up. And those MMA guys, they already had a plan. They looked at everything this man do. Okay, he got hands. He could do this. He could do that. But the one thing they have never seen him do was go to the ground. So when he got in that cage against Big Country is like, okay, I'm gonna take you out your comfort zone because I've never seen you get down here. And he
But what's
took him
funny is
down.
he tried to fight him. He tried to fight him straight up. And once he realized he was getting his ass handed to him, he's like, all right, I got to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he would have done it. He would have done it regardless. He would have done it regardless because
fucking yeah.
He was gonna do it regardless because that's just his thing. Like I'm just gonna sit up there and just put my weight on you, and you're gonna use most of your strength to try to get me off of you, and now you're tired. I'm fat. I got this big ass stomach. I'm gonna put it all in your face, and smother you, man. You're not breathing nothing.
You're not gonna have me.
At the
You ain't
end
gonna
of
have me
each
looking
round.
at.
Is that considered a fatality?
Yeah, at the end of each round, you huffing and puffing just for trying to push me off of you.
Right.
You tired, and now what happened? Next round, going straight to your legs, taking you back down again, and let's go.
Yeah, because Kimbo Slice, he was top heavy. That dude had like sticks for legs.
Yep. And that's
He's
one thing.
skipping.
And that's the thing when all them little fights was going, traveling all over the internet and whatever. It was always stand up. Everything was just throw hands. And so it's like, and then you're trying to get in the world of MMA where they can take you down. Like that, they didn't think about that. They didn't think that through right. Whoever his peoples was, or even just him, like
what's up, Kevin Lee?
To boxing, and it probably would have worked out a little better for him when he started.
The good old days.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn Kimbo. Kimbo would have been good in wrestling, you think?
Well, he had personality.
He did have personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's the fact of, like you just said, he was not a grand. For professional wrestlers, you gotta hit that ground. You gotta sell. That means you gotta take bombs. And if you're not willing to take bombs, we got a problem. You gotta.
Yeah.
The only way we both look good is if you sell for me and I sell for you. If you're not selling for me and I'm always selling for you, that's a problem. We can't do that. We can't do that at all. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's why The Rock, it's funny as shit. That's why The Rock, when Stone Cold used to fucking do the Stone Cold Stunner and The Rock looked like he was doing like I have fucking somersault and shit, bouncing his legs off the ropes and all that. But that's how you put your opponent over. Like, the only way this is gonna work is if you make me look good and I make you look good, and that's why it was great. Like that was the greatest thing of that.
Y'all remember when Scott Hall sold it?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Scott used to sell it. Scott would sell it perfect. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. Damn, the bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy.
Well, you know, what's funny is that's what he told his son. He said, "Listen, Scott, because that's Scott's name is not Scott. His name is Cody. That's the name.
I was gonna say Scott's tissue.
No, his name was Cody too. Scott's Haas gun is Cody too, and he said, "Hey, listen, if you do the favors for your friend, the guy that you're gonna go against, he's can't wait to do it for you too either. You know what I'm saying? But if you're stiff with the people, then they're gonna be just as stiff with you. You know, it's you got to give. It's wrestling is a give and take. By the way, Bill's got another defensive tackle.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So
did we do anything yet, Shake?
No, we're almost there. I'll end the show when we make our pick.
Got you.
We're like what 4, 1, 2, 3, 1.
We're about
2,
3 picks away.
Yeah, because Saints are on the clock, then the 49ers, then the Panthers, the Cardinals, and then us. And hey, who knows? We might trade up with the Saints to get a long snapper.
That's right. We need that. We need that pick. We need that, Shay, because
it's a position.
We have no shot without the long snapper. Absolutely.
Y'all both pieces of shit. You know what? Fucking long snapper. What the fuck?
Yeah, we might give him the rest of our draft pick to get that pick.
Exactly.
Are you going to do it in New Orleans and get the whole house up for one guy, Ricky Williams? You want to do
that? Well, I'm trying to draft a GM, so.
Yo, I'm with you with that.
Hey, we'll give you Chris Greer, man.
Nah, man, we good. We good over
here. Chris Greer for Jerry Jones? I don't think so. We'll give you
yo, Vic wants Howie Roseman right now. He says, "Fuck Jerry Jones. Give me Howie in Philly." Shit.
Yeah.
And we'll give you Stephen Ross and Tua.
No. We'll keep Stephen Ross. I don't want Jerry Jones in Miami, dude. We're not doing that. Hell no.
No, for Harry Roseman. We'll take Harry Roseman.
Yeah.
Hey, did Dudley Duron go to the draft? I think the Dudley Duron's in the crowd.
No, he's not. It wouldn't surprise me because his wife is from Wisconsin.
It's both.
But no, but I seen him do a live show. Maybe he went today, but he
I thought I just saw him. I kid you not.
Well, that's because you think all white people look alike.
Oh my God! Here we go. What the fuck? And that is the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Good night.
Damn, I didn't know that would be insulting because Michael Cade would be a part of that group.
That's true.
Oh man.
Oh man. The Philly got Ty Robinson. Okay. Man.
Philly got stronger.
So we at 116 now, so we should be coming up in about another 3 minutes. I think they got 2.5 minutes to make their picks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's real short, so they got like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, because they got to do all the next 3 rounds.
Exactly. It gets cut in half.
Not to mention
Each
the
day
comp
gets
picks
cut in
too.
half.
You got to remember the comp picks too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they coming in fast and furious.
Not
And
to
they got
mention you
people
had
making
dude,
picks.
Who do you think we're getting?
I think it shouldn't be that long anyway. You had fucking how many months to prepare for this shit?
Dude.
We're getting the long snapper, Nance.
All this is TV, bro. Like,
and we're gonna trade up to get the long snapper.
Because there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell it took about 3 hours and some change for just one round, bro. On Thursday.
On Thursday, exactly. That was
my
long.
God. That was
Everybody
the longest.
was using their full 10 minutes, which was crazy.
Dude, it was
every
was
team losing almost 10 minutes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Advertisement at its finest, and they was trying to make as more money as possible. That shit was dry. I said, "Come on, Miami, just pick the motherfuckers so I can go to sleep." Because I was like, "Damn, man."
They'll get ready to go to commercial. They'll get ready to go to commercial while on the bottom graphic and say the pick is in.
Yeah. You're like, what the?
So pick it, damn it! What the hell we going
Right?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think we should get like backups.
Yeah.
Good backups with these picks. The rest of them.
No, we're getting Super Bowl 7-time champions came on this day. Remember?
Yep.
Day 3.
Day 3.
Max Crosby. It was a good bunch of good picks on day 3.
Miami traded up. They used their their 3 5th rounds and 3 7ths to get the long snapper.
And that concludes our draft weekend for the Dolphins.
Right.
The long snapper. They top it off with a long snapper and they conclude the draft.
Oh my gosh, that's
man.
Goes, and right now it goes, come on, season tickets are still available. So we got 1/4, we got 3 5ths, which is the early 5th. We got 3 5ths and 3 7ths. So we got 7 picks left.
Okay.
Yeah, I think only one. Damn, I forgot who it was. I think only one team had 8. I forgot. They showed at the beginning. Only one team had 8, and about 4 or 5 other teams had 7.
See, we should have used more picks to get another second.
Yeah, we use them to lose our our 3rd round pick. Damn,
I mean, because this is what today's the 4th round, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 4 through 7.
All of them. Today,
yeah. See, I would have moved up to move and get some more 3rds, or you could have even done it for seconds, really.
Yeah.
I mean, because the rest of these ain't going to be anybody's special unless you're fucking.
Right.
Now these are dudes that's going to be washing their jerseys.
These are just going to be your backups.
They're going to be your equipment manager.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they coming in. They're going to be coming in, taking it to the laundromat and stuff like that.
Yeah, Bills. Victor, what do you think of the draft so far? I forgot. That's right. I forgot. Victor's a Bills fan. What you guys think so far?
Well, if he's a Bills fan, why do we care?
That's true. Victor. Hey, listen, Victor and Sean are cool. You know what I mean? If it was the other guys, then yeah, I could.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, they got an edge. They went all defense this draft.
Speaking of edge, what
we talking about Coke? We talking about Coke? We talking about Coke?
Yeah, Coke.
Oh my God! You know what's about to happen. You know what's about to happen. You know what's about to happen. You see it.
Him and Christian
against FTR at All In. It's July. I've been told everybody that. I said they knocked him out. FTR turned on him, which was great. I love that. I love the fact that they turned on him and they're in their heels now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what's gonna be. Christian's gonna get the young kid Nick Wayne's will finally get tired of Christian talking shit about knocking his mom off and finally beat his ass. Because he tried to take his belt from him last week on Dynamite. He said, "Yo, give me the belt." He fucking took the belt back from him. Like, that's my belt, bitch. The fuck you doing? He said, we celebrated, and I definitely celebrated with your mom. You saying this shit? What? Yeah, the kid Nick Wayne eventually is tired of Christian, so eventually they're gonna fuck him up and kick him out. So yeah, that's definitely happening.
So
It's
if
Two more
happening.
it
picks. Two more picks, baby. We got
so let's
Panthers
say
in Arizona
let's
ahead
say
of us.
that
Yeah.
does happen, right?
Hmm.
So can we just say like damn, Edge and Christian both got kicked out of their own factions?
Yeah, yeah.
Because Edge was kicked out of Judgment Day.
Yo, how you create the motherfucker and then get kicked out?
Right.
All right.
Early too. It didn't even last long. It was early.
No,
It
not
was
at
Well,
all.
hey, to be fair, remember, Farouk created the Nation of Domination, and then the Rock kicked his ass out.
yeah, but not as quick
Yeah.
as that lasted for a while. If you
Right.
if you see how quick like Edge was, he was just getting his people together, and it came like it happened right after Rhea Ripley joined.
Sure enough, did.
When Rhea joined, about 2 weeks later, Edge was kicked out.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, goddamn, this shit is still fresh and new.
Yeah,
And you gone.
gone.
So if
Mhm.
that happens to Christian, then because you know what it is. I think they decided to put them back together because they seen the Hardys a few weeks ago come on NXT.
Hmm.
They're back on big time, WWE television. Not saying that they're gonna be back on WWE television, but it's a one last time, one more time to link back up together before these dudes call it, because
Yeah,
these guys are, they old. So
yeah, yeah.
Christian
I agree.
Christian barely
Yeah.
wrestles now. He just sits up there, interferes, but he barely has matches nowadays. Like,
You
is that
said
a
it perfectly. He old.
yeah? Like, you not. I mean, Edge is wrestling more.
Damn.
Edge is wrestling. Edge is wrestling more than he had the match with Mox and whatever, and then look how they took the what is it, the so-called contract off of Christian. Like, nigga, that was bullshit because you cashed that in to still not win. I thought he was walking out with that.
Oh,
When
we're
he
on the
Me
clock,
too.
baby. We're on the clock.
I thought he was. I'm
Oh
like, oh,
shit.
Christian gonna get it. Christian gonna get it.
Damn, George.
Hmm.
By the way, Carolina took Trevor Etienne. That's what's up.
Okay, yeah. I did see his name pop up just now.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the clock, baby.
All right. You said long
It's
snapper,
crazy.
right, guys?
Yeah.
They got a Trevor. They got a Trevor.
Oh shit, we got Shador Sanders. Hell yeah, that's what's up.
That's a Trevor Lawrence. They got a Trevor and a Travis Etienne. Now they got Trevor Etienne. That's crazy. Nobody realized that.
Yeah, Trevor Etienne. That's his brother.
Oh, okay.
I know, but they got a Trevor Lawrence, a guy by the first name Trevor, and a guy with a last name Etienne.
Yeah.
But now they just combined the two names in one guy now and selected them on
Trevor
the
Lawrence.
same team.
Trevor Etienne. Hell yeah.
And
Trevor.
they combined it basically on the same team. It's crazy.
He's Carolina, I thought.
Yeah, he's Carolina. Well, I'm saying though, but Trevor and Travis and Trevor, play on the same team. Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence play on the same team.
Yeah.
So when technically in the backfield is Trevor Lawrence, Trevor Etienne, which is the first,
Right, and then they drafted Trevor Etienne, which is crazy.
Trevor. Yeah.
Nope. Dolphins traded the pick.
Oh shit. Yeah, Texans got it now.
Oh man. And with that, we are gone. We waited all this time just to get the shit traded to the Texans.
What did we get in return?
Damn, I just
So
had
who
it up.
we giving up and who do we get? And I mean, you can't move up because you're at your thing. You got to be moving backwards or moving into next year's draft.
Right.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, they'll go a package deal. Cody Simon was picked by the. Oh, that's good.
The Dolphins.
They picked with Houston.
The Dolphins received the 6th-round pick.
Yeah, because we didn't have one.
And the 2026 3rd-round pick from Houston.
Okay.
And Houston.
They telling me right now, bro.
And Houston took the 4th and 7th.
That's probably the best pick of the
We're on the clock right now.
We get
For 6th round of this year and the 3rd round of next year.
That's better than the first and next 2.
Hold on.
Let's get this rebuild going.
Can you repeat that? Man of the hour?
Okay, I said the Dolphins received the 6th-round pick and the 2026 3rd-round pick from Houston, and Houston receives Miami's 4th pick and Miami's 7th-round pick.
Okay.
They received a 4th-round pick, which is what they picked now. They just picked them.
Yeah, and they took Miami 7th. So at least Miami got another 3rd. If they don't have one, they got another 3rd for next year.
And we got 2 7th, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. I'm good with that. That's the best pick that's the best move for all weekend.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't get a single player, we got an extra 3rd for next year to start this rebuild.
But crypto, man, we have a glaring hole at. What about our glaring hole at long snapper?
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. That's probably why they got that 7th-round pick, that 6th-round pick, Shake.
That's true.
We're gonna fill it with that. We're trade in our remaining picks, the 2 7s and the 6, and move up to the 5th and get that long snapper.
We need to save our picks. Save our picks for next year to get Archie Manning to get the Tua out of here.
Well, actually, they say Archie Manning
that's why it's going to be a 3rd.
Although I think the Browns already sealed that deal. I think they sealed that deal with that man.
Yeah, but
they're going to get Archie.
Say he's going to play all 4 years, so he has 2 more years left.
Oh, so he still has 1 more year then?
Yeah, 2 more years.
2 more years?
This is his sophomore year. This was his yes.
Oh, I thought this was.
No, this was his freshman year. So he has next year is his sophomore year, junior and senior. So next year is his sophomore.
Damn.
The year after that will be his junior.
Okay.
And so senior. So he's got 2 more years.
Well, gentlemen,
you think Shador's going to go this week? Today?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Carolina just drafted him. Oh shit! No, it's playing. Anyway, yeah, we'll shut it down here because we're not going to be picking until like 7 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. It's always been a pleasure, guys. It's always fun talking to you guys. Definitely, man. And
we'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I hate all you motherfuckers, and I shall talk to you in 2 weeks.
And by the way, tonight at 12:30, me and Crypto the Snake Roberts will be doing a draft after party. So
I'll be sleeping.
Yep. We're gonna be doing an after party. Yep. Draft after party tonight.
I sleep at 9 o'clock.
Just have the lot lizard give you a reminder.
Oh shit!
I already be done with her. I'm just, if I have a lot lizard, I ain't staying up. I ain't staying awake. I'm going straight to bed.
Guys, it's been fun. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, man.
All right, man. You be easy.
All right, peace.
Let's go, Cena.
Yeah.
Let's go, Cena.
Damn, I never thought I'd hear Joe say that, but hey, man. Hey, listen, Shane Douglas was his favorite wrestler, right? Shane Douglas?
Hell no.
Shane Douglas, goddamn. It wasn't Butch Reed.
I'd rather Butch Reed than Shane Douglas.
So, all right, guys. Hey, listen, we're coming on live at 3:00 because El Capitan guy. Oh my God, that dude got fucking hammered, bro.
Yeah.
He pretty much he pretty much drank 2 bottles. I know he drank 4 bottles of that bourbon. It was a 375, so he pretty much drank two. Listen, for y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a visual. He drank 2 of these. This is a 750. This is what he drank. 2 of these. 4 of these equal 2 of these equal 1 of these. So he drank 2 bottles of old-fashioned whiskey. Wow. That shit was strong too. The ones that I recommended, those aren't those little like high noons or shit like that. Those shits were strong. So appreciate y'all for coming through. El Capitan will be live later today. And of course, me and my man Crypto, we're gonna hook you up for the after party. So appreciate y'all tuning in. See y'all in 2 weeks for Wrestling Talk, and later today for the draft. So fins up, and we out.
All right, man.